Hello everybody and welcome. Today I'm going to be commentating over the new world record pace Noita random seed teleportless speedrun. I was just watching a stream doing my thing, and of course I screwed up the recording. That's why you can see me in the bottom right this time around. I had my camera turned on but the lens down, so we're gonna be here today. Howdy. You haven't seen me on this channel yet. Anyway, as you can see, we started off with some acceleration, a little bit of a rough start. We have Firebolt to start, which isn't bad. I prefer bombs in most cases, or Dynamite. Dynamite's actually exceptional. You can see I took a shotgun shot there to put myself out. Not intentionally. Fire actually makes you faster. Managed to find some Berserkium on this first floor, and as you can see, there's a bunch of Teleportadium there. I decided against trying to collect it. That's just slow. You can see I'm eyeballing that short teleport bolt, a fantastic new addition that definitely allows us to get even faster times than we were before. And I eyeballed that perk as well there. I decided to go with increased wand mana for decreased size. You can't drop below 1 capacity on your wand, so I was able to improve my bomb wand. You can see I was able to even cut straight through that wood there. Teleport cuts through basic materials, which is a really handy little factor. My wand still isn't perfect, but it is a lot better. I take Freezing Field here, which is a bit of a controversial pick. It could definitely get me stuck in a couple of different situations, but I mostly took it just as a precautionary thing. And also, there's times where you can really get a ton of momentum off of ice and that sort of thing. So, you know, I was just trying to make a snap decision, but going back, I may have picked a different one there. As you can still see, though, I'm making a pretty decent pace. That was a really nice floor 3. It just kind of zoomed right on past, and this wand that I picked up here is going to be useful for digging, so I decided to hold on to that. And yeah, you'll see it used a couple times throughout this run. I took Revenge Explosion, by the way, because I am seeking a boss kill. This is a freshly buffed Revenge Explosion as well. It now gives you explosion resistance. You can see I took almost no damage there, but that's actually because I dodged all of those explosions, and I believe that was maybe like a single explosion that dealt damage to me there. I decided to take a Wand what's the word for it? The one that makes it so there are no more Yes Shuffle wands, which is quite convenient. I'm still looking for this boss killer, but Revenge Explosion can be a pretty nice substitute. You can see it's also helping me dig there, which is pretty good. We made it through the jungle in a really good pace. The jungle can really slow you down, just because of the way it is shaped. There's lots of these open areas and then difficult places to get through sometimes, not to mention getting wrapped up in fungal. The vault, I find, tends to go really, really fast. Either you die or you make it through, and thankfully I made it through this time around, but it's a tricky one, that's for sure. It can be a dangerous floor. You can see I hit a dead end there and had to sprint through a ton of enemies. If it weren't for this short teleport bolt, I would have 100% died there. But you can see I am exploding literally everything, and I got really unlucky. That portal got deactivated because of the acid enemy, and I'm like, oh god, I'm stuck in an Uko room. That's terrifying. Thankfully, this one was active, but you can see how 1.0 has really affected speedrunning. There's a couple complaints I have about it. I really dislike having to roll for acceleration because it feels like I can't really get a competitive run if I don't go for acceleration or Berserkium. They're just so important for going fast, and at this point in my run, I've basically resolved to planning to kill the last boss with Berserkium and Revenge Explosion. That is my game plan. Normally what I would do is I dip my toes into lava to take little bits of damage, but since I took Freezing Charge, I'm actually going to have to take some direct hits. Thankfully, I got Berserkium here, or sorry, Glass Cannon, which improves my damage by a factor of 5, which is really good. So I'm going to use a combination of this wand that I've been using throughout the run. It's got a terrible recharge time, but I'm going to work around it. And you can see I'm working hard to get this damage. There's a couple Glass Cannon hits, 3 in fact. Brings me all the way down to 9 HP, but he only needed 1 more hit off of that. And that is a pretty solid little teleportless run. It's the best I've managed since 1.0. You can see I'm just drinking all that Berserkium. I can get an early explosion. Not the case. But yeah, that's the credit roll, and the time is 4:33. Not too shabby. You can see there are no mods used, and I think I'll like go and double check, because I always make sure to do that. But yeah, I was just watching a stream while I was doing that. That's not normally how I speedrun, and it just kind of lets me relax and get a decent run going, because it is a bit of a grind, and once you get the run, you can kind of focus in a little bit better. But there's also no time to pause when you get that perfect run. So yeah, it was a really fun one. I liked it. And that's going to be all for now. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. I've got another one coming up here.